Yes, yesterday actually was Democracy Day, so today is a public holiday and we're reviewing the papers. We're going to start with The Nation. Southwest governors draw battle line against terrorists. Borough face Ikorodu, 6 others jostle for the Senate Majority Minority Leader's position. Supreme Court justices deplore poor service conditions. Gunmen kill 11 in Benue communities. Democracy Day, we've made progress, says federal government. Tinubu campaign organization disowns fake manifesto. Umahi under fire for attacking Ohaneze President Obiozo. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Yes,
Miriam?
so taking the governors, the Southwest governors meeting in response to the Owo massacre. And so the governors of Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, and Ondo states met virtually to discuss, what happened. And after the meeting, they resolved a lot of things. First of all, there's a 3-day mourning period beginning today. And so in all the states, the Nigerian flag will fly at half-mast. And they also resolved that they are going to tackle terrorism vigorously to prevent the repeats of this last killing. And they're also directing the Amotekun to keep a close eye on these Okada riders, and especially undocumented Okada riders. They're just, they're just saying that they're going to, they are putting their heads together, provide wherever they can intelligence, operations, for the regional security outfits to be able to do their job better in protecting the region. I'm happy that our governor, the Southwest governors are able to come together to do this. I feel that collaborations at times like this goes a long way, in getting positive results.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so the justices have taken their protest to the Chief Judge of the nation, Ibrahim Tanko Muhammad, concerning the fact that their welfare has not been adhered to. So according to them, the Apex Court has, according to the report, Apex Court has been receiving 110 billion naira, but it hasn't been always regularly cash-backed, leading to the non-provision of their essential services for all the justices. Some of these that have not been provided, some of their issues are the non-replacement of poor vehicles, accommodation problem, lack of drugs at the Supreme Court clinic, epileptic electricity to the Supreme Court, increases in electricity tariff, no increase. It sounds like the Nigerian factor, the Nigerian problem. So they're having issues, but the CJN is saying, listen, it's in the budget, but they don't have the cash to back it up. So year in, year out, they have the budget, but unfortunately they don't have money to provide this service. And this is this is a normal Nigerian problem, and they are doing everything they can to see what they can do to resolve it. But since 2018, nothing has really increased since their budgetary allocation.
So the campaign organization for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has come out to release a proper press statement that the manifesto is making the round. So apparently there is a manifesto that has been shared on people's WhatsApp status and on Facebook pages that this manifesto might have come from top people within the team, but it wasn't the official manifesto. That the conversation is still ongoing, and the campaign organization for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu have not released the official manifestos that would declare what they hope to deliver if they become the president at 2023, and that what is making the rounds right now should be disregarded. They are happy at this movement, but we should wait and get the facts before we start sharing such information. Okay,
moving on now to the Punch. Let's find the major stories there. APC may unveil Tinubu's running mate on Wednesday. Party focuses on Northeast. Or massacre, churches record low turnout, beef up security, can hold special prayer. How EFCC officials allegedly tortured Lagos clubgoers, forced out Nakǝd couple. Club shooting, IG condemns Burna Boy's police escort, orders probe. FG was wrong to shut Nigerian border, says Deputy President, fright work forwarders. Kaduna Rivers, 30 others attract zero foreign investment in Q1. Contributory pension gains 640 billion naira in 4 months, hits 14 trillion. And blackout worsens as grid collapses 5th time in 2022. Okay, which story?
So,
yeah.
Blackouts.
Okay.
Blackouts. I think everybody experienced the blackout. We tend to have light, but everything shut down at 6.
Complaining.
6:49, and this is the 5th time that we're having a blackout just within this year. The Enugu Electric Distribution Company, Kaduna Electric Distribution Company, in separate messages confirmed that the grid collapsed. I've been trying to understand what they mean by this grid collapsing and how we can prevent it. There's been no issue concerning that. It occurred at 6:49 and it affected every part of the country. Reacting to this, the industry expert, legal people, all of them are saying to some of the electricity consumers that we should get used to, they're already used to perpetual darkness. The grid collapse to them is a permanent feature, but for those that have light, they'll be shouting up NEPA. Generally, we are generating 3,000 megawatts as of April 8 to as low as 10 megawatts on the same April 8. That's like, we're not even, it's not even touchlights, you know, it's really bad. But
okay,
yeah, so EFCC raided this particular hotel called, let me see, Lakers Lounge Hotel and Bar in Ikorodu, Lagos State. And workers and their clientele were complaining that they just barged in on them and raided them, went into rooms and brought people out. Some people were half-dressed and they didn't care and brought them out, tied them up. One of the people who spoke to the reporter was saying that he explained to them that he was a real estate person and they let him go, but they still had his phones, two of his phones, an iPhone and a Samsung phone. And since then, he hasn't been able to retrieve it, even though they said he should go to the office and ask for a particular person more, but he has not been able to retrieve it since the raid. Apart from that, they said they also carried CCTV cameras. Eyewitnesses are saying that they had no warrant, they just barged in on them, and that if the people don't believe them, they should ask the EFCC to show, you know, the CCTV cameras. The EFCC, on the other hand, the spokesperson for the EFCC, confirmed, yes, that they had major sting operations around, and this particular Lakers was one of them, and that they retrieved so many things. A lot of people, criminals were arrested or apprehended. A lot of things, exotic cars and everything were taken from them. But when they asked concerning about the warrant and, you know, the method of arrest, that they didn't give any response to that.
But do you need a warrant for a sting operation?
You don't.
You don't need a warrant for a sting operation.
That's what we've asked. We've asked the EFCC boss, and
really, when it comes to,
because if they have information,
if they have information, rooms, please, it's not fair. It's not right.
Yeah, so
we need to find a balance, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the clear indications are there that the APC will be revealing their vice presidential candidate on Wednesday. As I think, if you recall, it seems as though that the PDP will be revealing theirs on Tuesday. But it's very clear, according to reports from Punch, saying that there's a strong possibility that it's going to be a Muslim ticket from the APC, and they are considering the Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bagudu, former Governor of Borno State Kashim Shettima, Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje, and Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong. And these are some of the people that are being considered. However, an associate of ASUU Bola Tinubu and the Lagos Vice Chairman Center of the APC, Hakeem Bangbala, was saying that the party has not decided on the matter, that we should not rush to conclude, that we should wait, that there are Christians in the north that are also being considered, that we should wait till Wednesday when the VP will be announced. And they said that they're not in any kind of competition with the PDP to make any announcements. If PDP chooses to announce on Tuesday, that's fine. But people are saying that it's important that they choose from the northeast at this time. And listen, it's just a few days to go. We hope to find out who the running mates are. But although Khan has categorically said it, that they should not field a Muslim ticket, obviously, because of the times. Although people try to refer to the fact that MK Abiola had 1993 elections, but they're saying the times are different.
Yeah,
the season is different, and people really need to have that sense of belonging across the country. But hey, either way, they are hoping to field a Southeasterner as the Senate President, and then someone from the South side to be the House of Assembly.
I've seen such agreements fall through at the last minute. We've seen such prophecy of saying, okay, we'll give it to this person, and at the last minute, somebody else gets it.
So, Wednesday, find out. Let's go on a quick break. When we return, we continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. Still reviewing Punch. Yes, Miriam had a story.
So the Inspector General of Police has condemned a shooting that involved police escorts that are attached to the musician Burna Boy. So Burna Boy went to Club Cubana on June 8th. Around 4 a.m. He went to the VIP section. He came with his 2 women in the VIP section, but then he sighted one hot babe again across the room. I was like, that one, I like that one. And as he went, meanwhile, Madame came with her husband. Her husband was like, this is disrespectful, how dare you, you know. And he thought he let it go. Burna Boy, being a
assistant guy,
Odogu of Odogus, decided to try again. The guy really got upset. Before you knew it, there was an altercation. His police person now steps in, shooting in a club.
What?
One person was shot in the thigh. Another one, they said the bullet grazed his forehead, and they quickly rushed to the hospital. Meanwhile, Odogu now left and quickly flew out of Nigeria to Spain.
That's
then, well, I don't know, but they say he now reached out to the police to say, I'm not here. I have jackpot, I'm in Spain. Anyway, the police command is involved in it. He says they're going to investigate this properly. In fact, the IGP says it's unbelievable, the story he has heard, and he hopes, you know,
I would like to interview the husband and the wife. I would like to, if we know them, I'd love to bring them on the show. We'd like to hear how did he make a pass at your wife? What exactly, you know, these are important conversations to also have. What is a pass? Define a pass.
I'm just grateful no one died in this stupid behavior.
Oh yeah, very stupid indeed. Let's go on quickly now to
putting the blame at the right place.
Vice President slot. PDP APC elders step in. Ondo Church attacks Southwest governors declare 3-day mourning. US Dubai-bound drugs seized at Lagos Airport. Against suspected herders storm Benue community killed 11. June 12, Sanwo-Olu, Uzodinma, Diri, Bala Mohammed, others eulogize democracy. 2023 presidency, Umahi attacks Ohaneze and others. Okay, which story are we starting with? In Daily Sun? Ondo attack, you're into that story.
Yes, I want to quickly give the update on the strike. Federal government is already meeting because they were supposed to have this meeting. The entire 3-month meeting should have ended by the 7th of June. I know I took that story mentioning that they had only one meeting prior to that time with the Professor Nimi Briggs committee set up to negotiate the 2009 government agreement to see how they can readjust the timelines. They didn't have enough meeting to reach a conclusion. However, today, members of the SANU and ASUU will be meeting with the Professor Nimi Briggs committee to sort of try and resolve the issue. If we remember, ASUU has been on strike since the 14th of February 2022, which means that most of the students are unable to get into school and get quality education. And we're hoping that while we've already gotten candidates and aspirants resolved, we should resolve ASUU as well. So,
Ebonyi State Governor and former APC presidential aspirant David Umahi yesterday lamented, described the sabotage and betrayal of the 2023 Southeast project by the delegates, saying that many of them did not vote for him, that they sold their votes to the highest bidder. According to him, he was able to get 38 of the 39 votes from the delegates within his own state in Ebonyi. But the other southeastern delegates did not vote for him, and he specifically also condemned the Obiozo, that's the president of Ohaneze and Ndigbo, for abandoning the Igbo presidency project when it mattered the most. Said that he should have actually rallied around all the supporters and ensured that everybody within that zone support an Igbo presidency. And of course, he was just going on, and he was very grateful to those of people in that actually they were diligent in ensuring that he got the votes.
Sad story in Benue State. No fewer than 11 persons have been confirmed dead in Igama and Edumoga, Ehaje areas of Opoku local government area of Benue State. Headsmen have been blamed for this attack. They said this happened yesterday. They razed down the village, the community, and because of that, even neighboring villagers were so afraid that they abandoned their own villages because, the fear is that if it has affected these communities, they will be next. They said that at the time of this report, they haven't heard anything they had sent messages to the police spokesperson in that area, and they haven't heard anything from there yet. But the Senator Abamoro confirmed the assault on these two communities, but on his Facebook post, and then this senator hails from that area that this happened.
Okay, moving on.
You know,
No, let me quickly take the PDP here. PDP responding to PDP in their Democracy Day comments said that the presidency of the APC president, our president, Muhammadu Buhari, is paying lip service to democracy, mentioned how, according to them, the administration is taunting Nigerians and that it's unpardonable, the arrogance and the violation of human rights that we are saying or celebrating for Democracy Day, and that PDP said their party is urging APC to stop testing the will of Nigeria with the continuous abuse of power, violation of human rights, nepotism, electoral malpractices, stifling of freedom of speech, promotion of violence, and the very pattern of dark-era military dictatorship in our country, which, according to them, Chief MKO Abiola fought against.
Right. Moving on quickly to Vanguard. Southwest governors move against Okada operations. Inflation, money supply hits 43.5 trillion naira, highest in 5 years. All markets, high crude prices shoot aviation fuel by 121.4% to 620 naira per litre. Surge in food prices would hinder poverty alleviation. Progress in Nigeria, World Bank says. Pressure on Atiku Tinubu obeying others to pick their running mates. And police probes shooting of Burna Boy's escort at Lagos. ASUU FG's team fails to meet deadline to resolve issues. Let me just add to the story you took earlier concerning the Southwest governors. I was going to take the part of the governor of Ondo State, because I must celebrate the governor. He's been on hands-on on ground since this thing happened, and he was said that he won't be silenced by these cowardly acts of these people who came to kill innocent, unarmed worshippers at St. Francis. He was very specific, saying that that these terrorists must be brought to book. Let me read exactly his comments. He said the Southwest, and in particular, cannot be cowered or be conquered by the enemies of these that come in different guise. He said that he will not be silenced, and there was something he said that really caught my attention. There was something, I just lost it. But pretty much, I'm happy that there was an interdenominational worship and thanksgiving for those who had lost their lives at the St. Francis Church over the weekend. And they came in and they came to pray for those who have lost their lives. And he was saying, from there, he now went to visit the hospital. I think it was St. Louis, I believe, St. Louis Hospital in Owo to check the survivors of the attack. So we see that the governor has actually been on ground. He's not been participating in all the politics going on in the center. He's been focused on the state, and we must applaud him for doing what he must do at this time.
His leadership was really, attendance for Sunday service yesterday was really poor. Was very
low. At St. Francis, right?
At most of the churches within Owo, and everybody was scared, obviously, because of the insecurity challenges. Let me take the story of crude oil prices. So we should be happy about crude oil prices, right? Because most of our revenue as a country comes from crude oil that we export. However, its impact, as the prices are going up, so also is the aviation industry, and they are complaining bitterly that the price of aviation fuel has increased by 121% in 1 year. As compared to last year, crude oil was $70 per barrel. Right now, it is $128 per barrel. And as of last year, aviation fuel was selling for 260 naira per litre, and now selling for 620 naira per litre. It is not convenient. Before, all the airlines have increased their prices to a flat rate of 50,000 naira, but Ibom Air had to increase their price even further from Uyo to Lagos to 86,000 naira. And commenting on this, they said many air travelers are now shifting to road. For instance, it costs only 12,000 naira to travel from Uyo to Lagos, while it costs 86,000 naira to fly from Uyo to Lagos. Generally, many issues.
We have to wrap up, but is there any really important story?
In Tribune, yes. So, sad story, bandits abducted passengers, abducted 30 wedding guests. They had gone to Sokoto for a wedding. On their way back to Gusau on the Sokoto-Zamfara Road, they were abducted, 50 of them at first, but they said 20 of them were able to escape. A few of them sustained injuries. But right now, they have 30 of these people with the bandits. The bandits have not yet reached out for any ransom, but of course, as usual, the government is working on it to see how they can rescue these people's sad situation.
Okay, that's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, we want to a hot topic of the day. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.